Sing to me, muse, of a man of many devices, a man driven far off course, raging against forces he cannot control, wandering for years, unable to find his way home. Is that me without the GPS on my phone? Or is that Homer? Either way, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey opened this weekend, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, the best reviews of Nolan's entire career, better than Oppenheimer. And a certain billionaire has spent months at war with it because Lupita Nyong'o is playing Helen of Troy. And before seeing a single frame, Elon Musk declared, quote, "Chris Nolan has lost his integrity." And he boosted claims that a movie based on a 3,000-year-old poem is a plot to destroy Western civilization. And I'm not going to spin this whole video on Musk, by the way, because I did see the movie. And look, Nolan, he's my favorite director. Full bias out there. I love the man. He's still not great at writing women, but it's improved. And this movie is an epic. It's gorgeous, it's gripping, it's scary in places, it's thought-provoking, full of great messages. Go see this on the biggest screen you can see. But about the people that are mad at casting, and it's bigger than just one billionaire, it's a type. It's a type of person. Because these are the same people who looked at a Middle Eastern man born in Bethlehem and painted him with blue eyes and sandy blonde hair for 500 years. Historical accuracy is not their concern. It's not their concern then, it's not their concern now. And let's play this out, because what are they actually mad about if it's accuracy? Matt Damon, a guy from Boston, is playing a king from Ithaca. Anybody upset about that? Hell, the entire film is in English, a language that wouldn't exist for another 2,000 years. Do you still feel immersed when you watch that movie? Spider-Man is in this damn movie playing Odysseus' son. Having Peter Parker show up in the Bronze Age, did that break anybody's brain? Nope. So it's not about accuracy. And, for the record, Homer's Helen wasn't even born. She was hatched. Zeus turned into a swan, and she came out of an egg. That's the source material, and the skin tone of an actress is the part that these people find unrealistic. The only two things that broke these people were a black woman and a non-binary cast member. Woke. Wow. And look, tell me in the comments, when you sit down with a 3,000-year-old myth, does casting change the story for you? Or is this whole fight actually manufactured by people who needed one? Because look, I never once said, hey, Helen looks different than I remember. And an aside from the Odyssey itself, the reason that these people are upset, well, it's the oldest story there is. Men like Elon do this because they're insecure, uncomfortable, jealous. Elon Musk, just like Donald Trump, their fortunes are largely built on other people's work, other people's companies, other people's engineering, government subsidies, aka other people's money. And deep down, people like that know it. Elon's not a confident man, neither is Trump. Confident men do not spend months fighting a movie. So they invent categories where they can be superior. Race, civilization. Who actually is authentic? Nobody amasses that much wealth, that much power, and contributes that little to the world around them, and still bullies strangers online. Trump and Elon run the exact same operating system, and when you hear them bluster, that is nothing more than their insecurity talking. Honestly, here, they are the suitors. They are squatting in another man's hall, eating another man's food, claiming another man's legacy, loudly insisting that they could string the bow, while never once managing to actually string the bow. And the movie they're mad at, Nolan called the controversy irrelevant. And critics have called Nyong'o one of the film's vital presences. She was excellent. The reviews, best of Nolan's career, and this film is worthy of those reviews. And somewhere, the actual Homer is watching this discourse with his face in his hands, maybe a donut in his hand, going, "Don't!" Look, the man sailed his own ship straight into the sirens. No wax in his ears. Nobody tied him to a mast, though. Just a guy, a rich guy, his phone, and the rocks. And he's on a platform that he actually owns. So when the Cyclops screamed into the dark, demanding to know who had wounded him, The answer, now as ever, is nobody. Nobody did this to you, Elon. You did it to yourself. Hit that notification bell and then go watch that movie and judge it for yourself instead of taking Greek mythology lessons from a man who thinks the swan is the realistic part.